Hi, I'm Miriam. I really like reading, so I figured I'd make book reviews because a lot of my friends don't read, so I figured if I made videos on YouTube, then we could, discuss books together. I can suggest them to you, and you can suggest them to me, and we can read them together and discuss. And the book I'm going to talk about today is The Fifth Wave by Yancey. I found out about this book because I found the sampler at the bookstore, and it has the first 1 or 2 chapters, and I read it and it was amazing. So when the book came out, I bought it. I read this the beginning of the year. I don't really remember when I read it, but it was a while ago. So it's basically an alien invasion. These aliens come and they don't want to destroy the planet, they just want to wipe out the human race, and we think maybe they want to inhabit it. So that instead of just blowing the whole thing up, they do it in stages or waves. The fifth wave. So the first wave was lights out. They cut off all the electricity. The second wave was a tsunami. The third wave was a virus. The fourth wave, silencers. And the fifth wave is what the book was about. So our main character is Cassie, and she is just a teenager trying to survive on her own. And she's a badass. It's a really great book. Oh, it was so much fun to read. It keeps you on your toes. It's fast-paced, and it's really good. So if you haven't read the book, go buy it, read it, and come back, because if you keep watching, you're going to be spoiled, because I'm going to talk about the book, what happens within the pages, and you don't want to be spoiled for that. So bye if you haven't read the book. I was not happy with the end of this book. Evan had better not be dead, or Yancey, I will personally find you and I will kick your ass. I don't think so. Ben Parrish is not allowed to kiss Cassie Sullivan half on the cheek and half on the lips. Cassie is such a badass. I think my favorite POV to read from was hers. She was just so much fun, and she was just sarcastic, and the lines, Howard the Log. And Evan, oh my god, he stole my heart. Did you know that was him at first when he got her? I knew it was. I knew that he was the one that shot her in the leg. I mean, then again, with Yancey, you don't really know, you can just guess, but I had a feeling. He saves her, and he brings her in, she wakes up. This couldn't be heaven. It doesn't have the right vibe. And then he washes her hair. Uncontrollable laughter. I could not stop laughing. It was sweet and goofy and just weird, and how awkward would that have been? How would you rather die? Hiding under your bed or riding Thunder Mountain? And how Cassie just always wants to go up to Ben. Do you remember? Do you remember the babies? Remember? And Yancey, you gotta read from so many different perspectives, and it really keeps you guessing. Because at first, we're all for Cassie. We're like, yeah, Cassie's right, these guys are bad, these soldiers are the aliens, we need to fight against them, they're the bad guys. And then we find Ben, and they save Ben, and they help him, and we kind of start second guessing, is Cassie right? These guys don't seem too bad. And we don't pick up on the obvious clues because all this crazy stuff just happened with Cassie, and it's crazy and it's dangerous. And then we meet these soldiers and they're just so friendly and welcoming, so we just kind of go with them just like Ben does, and we don't realize how bad they are. Okay, Wonderland, why would the aliens just leave equipment like that? No. And the lights, so Wonderland, electricity, they have electricity. That should have been another clue. And then the cure, they have a cure? What? How did they just get this? How did they make that? Obviously, they would have had to have made the virus if they had a cure for it. Just the way he writes, you just fall for the traps, and it's just... During this book, there's so much paranoia. Who's right, who's wrong? I don't know. I'm not, it's... so much paranoia. When the trackers came out and they turned on green, just... When they realized that the fifth wave was them, I couldn't. Zombie and Nugget, how cute were they? I mean, it was like a big brother, little brother kind of thing. I thought that was really adorable, how he kept him under his wing, and he's like, I let this happen to my sister, I'm not gonna let this happen to my brother. What makes you think I'm a virgin? You wouldn't have hit me if you weren't. And I love how, in the end, it's Cassie going for Sammy, and it's Zombie coming back for Sammy, and it just all comes to a full circle. And when Cassie sees Ben again, she's like, oh, we had honors chemistry together. And he's just like, I have no idea who you are. The bent but the unbroken. Cassie had said, if you don't kill all of us at once, you'll get rid of the weak, but the strong will rise up and you won't be able to stop us. And I know this is a trilogy, so I'm hoping the second book, maybe we resolve things, or halfway through the third, because we really do need to work on building our government. I don't want to just be left off with, okay, we're alive, yay. No, I want to know what happens to the world after an alien invasion, because most of the books, they leave off. Books will just leave off with happy endings. Like, it's okay. Yeah, we're together, everyone's fine. But what about the rest of the world? And this one, it's got a bigger idea to it than just the main characters, because it's an alien invasion. So I want to know what happens to the rest of the world. So I hope we get those answers in the second or the third book. You better hope that was a friendly kiss, Ben. I really liked how Evan, showed Cassie himself. How that part was so just surreal. How she just said it wasn't really something she saw. It was just warmth throughout her body. I really love Evan, and I love how he's part of Team Evil, but he falls for Cassie, and he doesn't want to be a shark. He wants to fight against the invasion, and he wants to help. And I really love that about Evan. And I hope, oh God, throughout the whole book, I was like, Cassie, no, please see it. Please see that he's a good guy. Deep down, he's really good. All in all, The Fifth Wave was an amazing book. I really, really loved it, and I recommend it to any of you. Just any and everyone. Just read this book. It is amazing. So if you've read it, comment, tell me what your favorite parts were. What was the biggest shocker in the book? Did you suspect that Evan wasn't fully human? Did you think he was an alien? And I'll probably post another video sometime this week. Tell me what your thoughts were. Thanks for watching. I hope you have a good day.